talk, real people, relevant conversations. The I Am Kiana Scales podcast is dedicated to real conversations about issues, emotions, and experiences that affects the lives of everyday people.
Hey everyone, ready to ignite some change in your life? Today's episode is all about uncovering what needs to be shed for you to truly thrive. We are tackling the question, what in you must die so you can live? My. Get ready for an inspiring discussion on overcoming obstacles, embracing growth, and stepping into your most authentic self. This is your chance to rethink, renew, and rise. I am thrilled to welcome an inspiring guest whose transformative work reshapes lives and ignites profound personal growth. I'm sitting down with Shamont Shay Fowler, also known as She Life Coach, or to many, the Green Goddess. Shamont is not just a life coach, she's a beacon of change, guiding individuals through the pivotal journey of self-discovery and renewal. As a catalyst for personal evolution, Shamont's programs are designed to spark profound shifts in how individuals perceive themselves and their lives. Listener land, welcome the Green Goddess to the I Am Kiana Scales podcast. Hey girl, hey.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for joining me today.
I am so honored and excited and privileged to be here in this space.
Yes, you are in this space with me, hunty.
Yes.
We are about to get our Iana Van Zant on to help the people.
Come
you
on.
ready, girl?
I'm ready to help the people.
All righty. The idea of killing off something within us doesn't involve literal destruction, but rather signifies the act of recognizing and releasing parts of ourselves like limiting beliefs or detrimental habits that no longer serve our personal development. So Shamont, can you share a personal experience where you had to let go of something significant to grow or live more fully?
Yes. Between 2016 and 2019 or 2018, I had to let go of Shamont for a while and let Shay kind of take over because Shamont lost her voice and she needed time to recuperate in order to find her voice so Shay could become who Shay needed to be for Shamont. So I literally had to let Shay go. And I think the part that scared me the most is when my daughter said to me, "Where is my mom?
Oh, wow.
I miss my mom. Where is she? I'll be glad when she gets back." And I was sinking into that couch and I thought, oh my God, what's going on here? I can't speak. I can't move. I'm just on this couch. And I was on that couch for weeks, months.
Almost sound like a form of battle of depression has set in.
Absolutely. It was straight nothing but depression. And I had no clue of how to get out of it because I'd never been there in that space before. And Shamont had not a clue. Again, her voice was gone. Her personality was gone. Her space was gone. So Shay had to say, you know what? You go lay down. I'm about to get us together. And Shamont said, thank you so much because I don't know what to do. You go on and do what you need to do for us. So I immediately had to go to therapy and figure out what that was, what I needed to do, why these two separated. And so I had to learn that this one goes to that corner, that one goes to that corner, and that they can work together, but they also have to know how to work together, when to work together, and where to work together. And it took a moment, but I'm so glad Shay became the she that I needed her to be. And she stands for style, health, and empowerment.
Okay.
And so I needed that style, that health, and empowerment so Shamont could be the best she knew how to be.
Just so I can make sure that I'm hearing you correctly, Shamont is you, and then Shay is your persona per se.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, that is exactly correct. So Shamont knows how to be the professional girl, the head on straight kind of girl. Let's do it this way. We got to make sure it's that. But Shay can be rah rah when she needs to be. Shay knows how to say, "Hey, this is not what we do. What in the world do you think you're doing, and how far do you think you're gonna get with that?" So yes. That is the persona.
Baby, I can relate. Baby, I can feel it because, baby, I got about 9 people living in me. Maybe
okay.
more. But I get you.
Yeah,
but sometimes I have to go back and find out who is Kiana.
Exactly.
What does Kiana need?
Exactly.
Forget all those other hats and those personalities.
Exactly.
What does Kiana need to thrive?
That is so true.
Go ahead.
And that is so true because women forget to take care of themselves because we take care of anything and everything and everybody else other than ourselves. So we have to know, hey, sit down, figure out what you need.
Most definitely.
And how do I be the best she for me? Yeah.
Ooh, I like it. How can I be the best she for me? Come on with it, girl.
Because a lot of us have been her. We've already been her. And her stands for hurt, empty, raw.
Woo, come on, dropping gems over here on the I Am Kiana Skills podcast.
I just like to drop a little green gem.
Yeah,
everywhere
well, I like it because baby, we always dropping gems, and I'm glad you sharing some with the listener land.
Yes. So, you got to get out of her and you got to get to she. Yes. It's a journey. It's not an overnight success, but that is how you know what's in you that must die in order for you to live.
Ooh, yes. Now, defining depth in the context of personal growth and transformation, how do you define what needs to die?
That's an individual thing. So you have to ask that person, or I ask that person, what is it that you're striving to get to? Where are you trying to go? Where do you want to go? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? Where are you wanting to go? Tell me where that is. And if that's something you want to do, I help you along your journey to find that. I don't know what that is. That could be, I want a new job. I want a new hairstyle. I want a new car. I want a new person in my life, a new partner. I want to learn how to travel. Whatever that is, the answer is in you.
Right.
I can never give you that answer. So whatever it is, let's work on that. And how do we get there? You just guide me. You tell me how you want to do that, and then I help you get there.
Hey, I want to, I'm always painting a picture or using some type of analogy. She said, "Woo, Lord."
Lord.
But what I want to do is I want to talk to the ladies because I know y'all can resonate with this.
Okay.
I'm going to paint this picture about hair and cutting split ends. Y'all gonna feel me on this in a minute.
Let me close
Think
my
about
eyes.
how regular trims are necessary for maintaining healthy hair. Split ends, as you know, if left untreated, can hinder the growth of the hair.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Overall, your hair gonna look shabby.
Absolutely.
And you don't want that. I know the ladies don't want that.
Not at
You
all.
want healthy
Not at
hair,
all.
right? So you gotta cut those loose ends.
Yes.
That
yes.
are those frayed ends.
Yes.
I know y'all feeling me. Because by cutting away those damaged parts, you allow your hair to grow stronger and then it becomes more vibrant.
Yes.
And guess what? I don't have no hair, but I know about hair.
Come
and we're
on.
just gonna take these earrings. You see how they bouncing?
Yes,
Your
yes.
hair gonna be bouncing like these earrings, baby.
Yes, it will.
It's gonna be bouncing because you've cut off that damaged part. And now that hair, it's vibrant, it's bouncing, it's living, it's thriving, it's healthy.
Yeah.
So in a similar way, we need to recognize and let go of the split ends in our lives. Ooh, I know I'm talking to somebody.
That you are, for
those
sure.
outdated beliefs, those unhealthy habits, or unresolved issues. Woo, y'all ain't talking back to me, listener land. Y'all ain't talking to me. Because guess what? When we eliminate those parts of ourselves, we begin to thrive. We
do.
become more full within ourselves. With this in mind, let's continue to explore what is needed to be trimmed out of our lives so we can have a more fulfilling life.
Okay.
So what are some of the common things people come to you that they're struggling to let go of, and why do you think it's often challenging for them?
Ooh, a past. Past is what people are that are struggling with to let go. Because, see, we get stuck in, I'm unworthy.
Oh, yes.
I don't deserve. I never had, so I never can have. They struggle with, I'm scared.
Yes.
If I move like this, then I won't be able to have that. If this doesn't work, then that won't happen. So the fear and unworthiness causes people to be stuck.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And they don't know how to shed that. They don't know where to move. And fear can have you to stand still. Believe me, I've been there a time or two and probably still there today. But there's a time where you have to recognize it. See it for what it is. Is this fear? Is this unworthiness? Why do I feel this? Who told me that? Who told me I didn't deserve? Right. What in my mind said that? Did my mom tell me that? Did my dad tell me that? Did a boyfriend tell me that? Did a good friend I thought was a good friend say that to me? So now you have to sit down and recognize what that is and then do the work. And when I say do the work is, where do you want to go? How do you want to get rid of this fear? How do you want to feel more worthy of what you are to have in your life? So we move in that perspective. We say, so who said that? My dad told me I wasn't worthy and I'll never be anything. Why do you think he said that to you? And when he said that, did he say that in anger? Did he say that in unworthiness? Did he say that in not love? Like, how and when, where did he say that? And then you want to go to that place and feel how you felt when that person said that to you. And then you kind of like want to reverse that. And then you have to say to yourself, am I worthy of whatever I need to have? Am I worthy of where I want to be? Is this what I could be? Fear, you have no place here. Thank you so very much for where you have brought me. But now it is your turn to leave.
Ooh, what you said.
And you have to say thank you to that thing.
Yes.
And give it a benediction. You have to say, yes, may the Lord watch while we're absent one from another. Because I had enough of you. You don't have a place here anymore. You don't deserve to be here anymore. We're done.
Thank you. When I say, yep, we done,
we done.
You have to mean it. Because if you don't mean it, that's a good segue for what I want to talk about next.
Okay.
Because if you don't mean it, in the context of the hamster wheel, it's the wheel of insanity. Y'all don't hear me. So what are the key signs that someone is stuck in a repetitive, unproductive pattern?
Ooh, ask that question one more time, because my whole mind did like it. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Baby, when we're talking about that hamster wheel of insanity, what are the key signs that someone is stuck in a repetitive and unproductive pattern?
Unproductive. You keep repeating the same old, and you keep going. You are in the rabbit hole that the rabbit hole just keeps continuing to be the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole don't stop. But there comes a time where you're in the rabbit hole that you have to say to the rabbit hole and yourself, hey, where we going? What you doing? Where are you leading me to? Where are you trying to take me? Because I'm tired and I've been here too long. It's dark, it's cold, it's wet. I need some sunlight. And you have to learn how to cut that wheel off. Like, where do you stop the wheel? Where do you cut the rabbit hole off? Are you tired of chasing the carrot? Why isn't the carrot chasing you?
What you said?
I'm just saying. So you have to say what it is that you want. Thank you. This was fun. I'm sick of this. I've had enough. And I need to get out of this. I'm sick of being on this wheel. I'm sick of being her. I've been her too long.
Because you know what that sounds like?
What?
That sounds like a person's just stagnant. They stuck.
Stuck.
They on that wheel, but guess what? The wheel is not going, because if you stuck, there's no motion.
There's none.
You got to have some motion, baby.
You got to have the motion. So now the question is, you've been going forward. into the rabbit hole and the wheel just keeps going that one direction.
Right.
When are you going to turn this thing around and maybe go back where you came from, figure it out, and then say, let's move in this direction. You went right, but now you might need to go left.
Right.
Pick a fork in the road.
Because you know what? I found that some people, they're resistant to change.
Yes.
Like it's just something about a strong resistance. Like it has a hold. You know what I'm saying? Like reach out to me. You see, you trying to pull me, but guess what? I got a strong because I got my foot grounded. You can't even move me. And so I let go. And you see what happened?
It's a change.
It's a change.
It's a change. And change needs to happen. Change has to happen. Because if you don't change, you're going to stay in this stuck mode.
Yep, that stagnant mode.
So when you say you've had enough, that means you're ready to change. You've been defeated. Let's move forward. Let's go. But you can't be resistant to the change. That's where you get messed up. Yep. That's where things stay the same. That's where your mind says, I told you wasn't worthy. I told you were scared. I told you wasn't going to be nothing. So you have to say, enough is enough.
Yep.
I want to do change. But stand strong in your change. What's the word say? You have to have faith of a mustard seed.
What you said, yes, because you got to believe it so you can see it.
You have to.
Because there's going to be some emotional aspects that you're going to have to deal with. So how can someone deal with the emotional impact of letting go of something that's important to them?
How do they let go?
It's very, like you may see something that's important to you, but it's hindering your growth.
Let me tell you. Just a little, I'm going to be a little transparent.
Go ahead.
There's this little guy in my life that I really, really like. He a little chocolate drop.
Okay, chocolate drop.
But I know he means me no good. Because he's non-supportive. He only asks me for one thing. And we, ladies, we all know what that is, right? And that done got on my nerves.
As it should.
Like, I'm more than that. But you say you want me to be your wife, but you treat me like the side chick. And guess who don't like that? Me.
I was going to say you.
The green goddess said, no, thank you. And when I say no, thank you, they get mad. And then I see that you don't care for who I am, where I am. You don't care for my growth. And it's like, you know what? It's okay. Change is good for me. Yes. I'm better than what you think I am. I'm going to always be on top. So do me a favor. Go to the left and have a seat.
To the left, to the left, to the left.
Move around, sir. I thank you. You take care of yourself. Benediction. That's all.
Ooh, I love it. The benediction is over.
It's over. It's a done daughter.
So I would like to tell people this. Letting go is tough. Without a doubt. We're not saying it's not.
No.
But it is tough.
It's work.
You have to feel the pain because it's real, number one. And underneath that, by releasing what we once thought was important to us, guess what? Like how you had to release it. You knew he wasn't any good to you. So you knew how you wanted to be treated, right?
Yes.
So you had to release that thing.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
it meant you no good and you knew it.
I knew that it was no good, and I think he knew that it wasn't any good. But you have to know what is good for you.
Yes, and guess what's going to happen? Because you've released him, the right person
can
that
come
knows
along
you can come along
and give you what you need when you need it. And it's at that point when the need and the want come together. And if you learn to let it go, watch what can grow. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. It ain't even going to taste like your favorite meal. It ain't going to be that Dr. Pepper or that sweet tea. It's going to be nasty. It's going to smell like the armpits of Ukaluka Sukanuka back yonder. So you got to learn how to let go and be able to be all right in the pain. Work through the pain. If you work through the pain, I promise you are going to gain so much more than you ever lost.
Because it's going to be a cleansing and a clearing of stuff that's going to make room and space so that new chapter can take its course.
That's all. That's all.
That's
and
all
you just step in it. Step in it.
Yes, and I tell people that all the time. Make room.
But if you don't make room, it's going to stay where it is. And I think that's the part that people fear the most in the making of the room. And when I turned 51 in January, my thing was, I got to clean out the closet. And sometimes the closet, the physical closet, be a hot fucking mess. And you're like, oh, those sizes are too small. That's too big. That's not right. And I can't. So you have to start taking things out of the closet. Then you got to start checking the drawers. Now that's where it gets tricky.
Especially them junk drawers.
Woo! Because we like our junk drawers, don't we? We love them. We love to put stuff in there. Put it out. I'm going to need it later. I'm going to need it later. No, clean that stuff out. Create the space that you are to have, that you want, because it is your space. It is time for you to have that space. And when you do that, it clears your mind of all the junk. All the junk gets to go away. Like, you're no longer holding on. And that's our problem. We hold on too long. We hold on longer than we are supposed to.
Yep. So how can individuals overcome the fear of resisting change when it comes to the process of just letting go? I know it sounds so simple.
It sounds simple, but it is more difficult than we all think. It is taking a baby step at a time. Some of us want to run to change. Some of us want to crawl. I say, just take a moment. Let's breathe. Like, there's a point where you have to get grounded. Like, you just have to tell yourself, hey, you're all over the place. Calm down. Get it together. Hold on. So I do a little exercise. It's a little breathing thing that I do with my clients when I see them getting, it's too much. It's too much. So I have to say to them, hey, let's just take a moment. Ain't nothing going nowhere. We right here. We got a whole 55 minutes to go. What we got? Nothing but time. This is your time. But I need you to get somewhere and calm your spirit, calm your mind, calm your soul, calm your heart. Because if you don't, you're going to continue to keep running. So take about 2 minutes a day. Sometimes I do this more than once in a day.
Okay.
And it's okay. You have to. That you just close your eyes, you plant your feet, and you just breathe. And I'm not saying the breathe. I'm saying when you breathe in, you think about what it is that you need and what you want. When you breathe out, you release those things that you need to let go. Let it go. Because it's not meaning you any good. It's causing you hurt, harm, and danger. So just breathe in. I want love, peace, joy, happiness. I release depression, sadness, hurt, and pain. Then you think of your happy place, whether that's on top of a mountain and the wind is blowing, or whether that's you're laying on the side of the beach and the water is flowing and the sun is beaming on you. Think of your happy place and just breathe in that happy place. And only when you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and open your eyes. I like for people to stay there for at least 2 minutes. And recognize where their body is. Because sometimes we get outside of our bodies. And we just need to find out where our body is at that very moment and go from there.
Most definitely.
You got to, and that way you can then not be stagnant in what you're doing. You're no longer comfortable being in that place of fear and unworthiness.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. If we as women could do that so much more, that's called self-care. Just to put a label on it if we had to. Self-care. I used to think self-care was about
hair, makeup,
nails, clothes.
It's deeper than that.
It's so much deeper than that. It means so much more. When you take care of yourself, it means mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
You got to go inside your own mind, body, and soul and speak to your mind, body, and soul and ask your mind, body, and soul what it is that you want. What do you need? And be honest.
Right.
Be very authentic when you're asking yourself what. And people are like, what? Why I got to ask myself? Well, I need to ask the Lord. No, you both need to come together.
Right. On one accord.
On one accord. Because sometimes the Lord be like, look at him.
We got a lot of baggage. And that's what since I said that.
Come on.
I want to go somewhere.
Oh, come on. Let's go. Let's ride.
When you said that, asking yourself, I want to say, Look.
Okay.
I want to talk to the bag ladies.
Girl,
Why my bag ladies? Y'all not
off.
talking to me. I know y'all out there
They
through
are.
the airwaves, but I want to talk to the bag ladies.
Come on.
Y'all, Erykah Badu tried to warn us about the baggage we're dragging around. But did we listen?
Nope. Still missing that bus.
Yes. Badu told us we would hurt our backs from carrying all that excess stuff.
Yes.
We carrying around too much stuff, ladies.
Too much.
Because you didn't do what Shamont was talking about. That release, having that self-talk with yourself. Because Badu said we would miss out on blessings and opportunities.
That's it.
Because you too clear, your mind is too blind. You can't stay. You too bottled up in your emotions.
Yes. You got to throw those emotions away. It's time to deal with the emotions.
Right, because you just weighed down. Badu kept urging us to do what? Let it go, let it go, let it go. So let me hear people say, y'all, I know you're probably listening to this and work in your car, whatever, but I need you to say, let it go.
Please let it go, if you don't mind.
Woo, child Shamont, when the people get serious, though,
things can
about
happen.
the release, the life they will encounter will be greatness and abundance.
All day.
Baby, when you let it go.
All day.
Ooh, because I said on another episode I did when I talked about there's beauty in the ashes.
That's it.
It's beauty out there, but you got to release.
Now, that's a whole word right there.
I already know it's a whole word because we already did an episode on that. And baby, and I felt that thing because people don't realize I was in a moment that day that I was releasing and purging.
Yeah.
Because when I do these episodes, most of the times I'm talking to myself.
As we do.
Because maybe I got to preach to me to get to you.
Yes. I be life coaching.
Yes.
I be life coaching to myself.
Yeah.
So pressure is necessary. Why am I going through this? Why am I going through that? Why am I dealing with this? Why am I? You got to go through the pressure, but that is causing you to purge, empty out, to clear up so that you can get to where you need to be. So that you can say to yourself, girl, you gonna miss this bus.
Yes.
The bus. You can't even recognize the bus that you're supposed to get on.
No.
You don't know if you're supposed to be on the 14th, the 23rd, the 72.
What you said?
You don't even know what bus to catch because your mind is so caught up into everything else. Your mind is so everywhere because you haven't taken out the time to release. That pressure is thick and heavy. You can't get a diamond.
And you know what? Guess what that's causing you to do in most cases? Self-sabotaging your opportunities in yourself.
Because won't we tear it up?
Yes. We a mess out here in these streets.
We will tear up a whole great situation just because we ain't done the work. Yes. What do you mean do the work? Sit down and talk to yourself.
Thank you. And that is so, I don't think people understand because when we call that being self-aware. Because when you're self-aware, you discern in yourself what's truly holding you back. Like you said, as a life coach, you can't really tell them I can help coach you through it. But guess what? You got to tell me what's in you.
Yes. And this is the one thing that I am so sick of us not doing, people of color. Therapy.
Yes, therapy is needed and necessary.
It is so needed. I am just a life coach. I don't mean to say just a life coach, but I'm not the therapist. I can help you. I can connect you to the great therapists out there. These therapists are here to help you because sometimes your friends will tell you what you want to hear because they know you. Your friends will say whatever that's going to make you happy and comfortable, but a therapist will tell you exactly what you need to do. And how to move, where to move, why you moving, all that good stuff. I have two. People be like, why you got two? Because sometimes I need a man and sometimes I need a woman. I got one for work and I got one for personal. And that it works for me because it helps me to continue to do my work. Because again, I don't want to be her anymore.
Right.
I want to be the best she I can be.
And you should, as you should.
And I'm not just, this is not just for the ladies. Fellas, you need to be the best you can be as well. Because some of the men, oh my God, like, fellas, if you knew what half these women told me about how they feel about you, you would be blown away. All we just need you to do is step up. That's all they want you to do is step up. But you got to deal with the stuff that has held you back.
Yes.
Yeah. Do the work. Pressure.
Ooh, what
Apply
you said.
pressure. Who said that? Right. Somebody said that. Who said that? Apply pressure. I love it.
I don't know, but
I'm going to find out.
I can't even think to tell you right now because it's so good over here.
Okay.
But I want to say this. A relevant scripture from the Bible that addresses the concept of letting go, of dying to oneself to live more fully. It's, I believe, found around in the New Testament.
Okay.
Around John 12 and 24.
Come on, word.
You know I'm going to bring you some. Very truly, I tell you, unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. Woo! Ooh, baby girl.
Preach right there.
See, that verse right there
that'll preach.
was spoken by Jesus. And it was a metaphor of grain. We talking about grain, y'all. Wheat of grain.
Yeah.
To illustrate the principle of transformation.
Yeah.
Just a seed must die.
Just one
seed must die
and
to produce new life.
Look at all that.
So what you think you got to do if a dang on seed got to die? What you think you got to do?
You got to.
Ooh, y'all are not hearing me. When I tell y'all I can preach a word up in here, but y'all don't want to listen.
You got to. They hear you.
But you hear me, but are you listening?
But keep saying what you're saying.
Ooh,
because they're going to hear it.
Individuals must let go of their own selves and attachment. What's attached to you that you can't live? You can't grow in the soil that hasn't been changed out. That plant can't thrive when it needs water and you haven't watered it.
It cannot.
Baby.
But you got to get in position to want to do that.
Speak about that position. Get in position, baby.
You got to get in position. Like, you want these things, but there's work to do.
Yes.
But you got to get in that position to say, you know what? It's time for something in my life to die.
Ooh, baby,
it is time. And when you recognize that time to die, you need to set aside self. Because, see, we so selfish. We so self-caught up, self-centered, self-caught up, self. All of them. You got to say, you know what? I'm in the wrong position. It is time for me to get out of that position. Stop being greedy. Stop being vain. And let me do this work so that I can multiply. Because I only have, what's the lady in the Bible that she only had flour and the man said, feed me.
And said, feed me. And she went in there and made that meat. Yes.
And he said, and watch them vessels. Right. They got all full.
Yes. Because
she let something die. Right. In her and her child. She said, well, if I feed you, me and my son can't eat. And he said, but feed me.
Right.
And watch what happens.
And she didn't self-sabotage herself.
And she said, well, let me get my tail on in here and whip up this cake.
Yep.
And look at all the oils and the vessels that began to become filled. So you have to be that woman and say, some stuff in me has to die. So that not just I live, but my future can inherit.
Yes, abundance.
Are you going to be the lender or the borrower? Are you going to be the head or the tail? You got to pick one. So get in position and know what it is that you're about to do. Because you can't always be the borrower. Because we're getting tired of being all the borrower. I'm tired of seeing the people on the side of the street. Can I hold $1? Are you going to continue to be that person, not in money-wise, but mentally?
Mentally, right.
Emotionally. You always borrowing somebody else's emotions. You physically, can I hold your arm because I can't walk today? Are you always going to be that person? Get in position and know that it's time for you to move and let go.
Ooh, listen, Land, the takeaway from that is get in position. Because you got to be in position and then dig deep within you.
You got to do the work.
You have to start somewhere. We're not saying that being the borrower is always bad.
No.
But you also want to move up to being the lender.
From time to time.
Yes. Woo. And I want to go,
okay.
I want to go back,
okay.
In my mind, I'm thinking about another biblical context.
Okay.
Let the dead bury the dead. Woo, that speaks to the importance of focusing on what truly matters.
Yes.
not being bogged down by
I,
all of that stuff that Erykah Badu was talking about. Those concerns in the journey of personal growth.
Preach.
Ooh, baby. See, that phrase can serve as a powerful metaphor for the idea of dying daily. You got to die daily, baby, because it's flesh. Woo, that flesh is a mess. Kiana might snap on you today. I got to go and ask God, please forgive me.
So that I can love on you tomorrow.
So I can love on you tomorrow. Because if I don't go ask for forgiveness and recognize how I treated you,
right,
that cycle is going to repeat itself and continue and continue. And I can't live a life of abundance because
I didn't ask for forgiveness.
I didn't ask for forgiveness. And because God said, treat thy neighbor the way you want to be treated.
That is my favorite.
And like Christ, love the church.
That is my favorite. Treat others as you want to be treated. My grandmother told me that a long time ago. Because you have got to treat folks. And then she put the icing on the cake when she said this one. Woo, because somebody watching you.
Yep.
They watching you.
You'll be amazed who watching you.
You will
I get stuff all the time that you don't even know about.
They don't know. And so when you start treating people like you want to be treated, now if you want to be treated like the scum, the bum, the rock in the bottom of the shoe, by all means, continue what you're doing.
Yep.
But guess who can't play in my sandbox with that?
Ooh, no.
Get out my sandbox with all that. Don't slide down my slide. No, thank you. But if you can treat someone with love, kindness, compassion, in this time and day that we're in, is exactly what we need.
I want to go back to that sandbox because I'm about to say something. That's probably, people going to probably look at me sideways. But in my sandbox, I might allow you this, like a little
sliver.
small. I might, because I'm the type of person.
Okay.
I need to understand, because I'm kind of analytical. So I need to understand. Why the hell is you so ungrateful and mean? Like, let's have a conversation.
Because I want to know.
If you're around me a lot and I'm sensing this, I need to understand what's going on.
But they don't know.
I can't fix you, but let's talk about it. You realize, because sometimes, let me just tell you this. I have ran into people that are truly miserable within themselves, but they don't realize how miserable they are. And that is spilling off onto others. Because what do they say? Hurt people, right? So what I'm learning is sometimes people are so far gone they don't even know. So it's important. Like I said, I'm not you're a life coach. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a therapist. But I recognize when somebody needs to be like checked, per se, for lack of a better word. They need somebody in their corner to say, "Wait a minute, what's truly going on?
Are you okay?"
Because I've had to do that with certain people, and guess what has happened? What has happened is that those people have thanked me because they didn't recognize. Sometimes we throw out there, be self-aware, but sometimes you need somebody else to help you be self-aware.
Yeah, been there. And this was before I started. You don't know where people have come from.
Right.
And I had this to happen on a job. And it was my supervisor. And everybody was like avoiding him, and not, God rest his soul now. They didn't want to talk to him. They didn't want him in the in the sandbox. So we had this intervention. This is an older white man who was overweight and an alcoholic. And what everybody was like pussyfooting around the topic. And I said, you know what? I ain't got time. I got work to do. But this is what I'm going to say. You need some help because your attitude is so messed up and you're making everybody miserable around you. I love you enough to tell you this. Go call that 1-800 number known as EAP.
EAP, yes. Yes,
it's
ma'am.
free to you. You get 6 free sessions. Go do the work.
Yep.
And you know that man turned red and looked at me like I was crazy. But I tell you, about 2-3 months later, he called me into his office. I was like, oh God, I'm about to lose my job. It's about to go down. It's over. He said, he said, have a seat. And I said, oh yeah, the pink paper is coming. He said, I just want to tell you something. I said, okay, what's up? What you want to tell me? He said, I want to thank you. Because if you never would have said that, I never would have got help. So I realized that I'm an alcoholic and I'm angry from my childhood. And I just stood there like,
my.
Oh, well. I said, well, I'm glad you went and got help. He said, I just want to tell you that. I said, you're welcome. But that's what friends do. When people see people that are hurting, they're drowning. They're in the middle of the ocean.
Suffocating.
They're suffocating. And you won't need CPR. Let me help you.
Instead of us getting on the phone, hey,
Girl,
you see such and such.
What? Let me
She
give you
on
the
meds.
tea.
She on drugs or something. What's
really
with
going
her?
on? Yeah. Go get them.
Stop it.
Go
And,
get
well,
them.
let me say this. Okay, because you're human, you're going to do it. So how about let me just give you some tips. When you get off the phone gossiping about them, how about you reach out to the person? Because I know y'all going to gossip because that's what you gossip girls do.
All day.
But I want to tell you, when you're done with all that gossiping, go find out from the person. See if they need something.
That's all.
Because your life is just as raggedy.
Because we don't know what's in your closet.
What you said.
I'm just saying.
Woo, because we got to die daily. I told you that earlier.
And it's okay.
Daily.
And it's okay to die daily.
Yes. So if there were one key piece of advice you would give someone starting their journey of transformation, what would it be and why?
Get in position.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it no louder than that. Get in position. Know what it is that you need to change. Know that you're ready for a change.
Mm-hmm.
See the change so that you can be the change. Because it is time for you to do the change. You have been hurt too long. You've been hurt, empty, and raw too long. It hurts to hurt. It's dry when it's empty. And when it's raw, your skin is aching. It is time for you to get in position to become she, the style of your mind, the health of your body, and the empowerment of your voice, of your heart. You've got to get your mind, body, and soul. Mind, heart, and body. These three connect all the time, day in, day out. You can't leave one of them out of the equation. Get in position and get your she on.
Yes.
Start your journey. Take a step. The journey is for you and you only. Mm-hmm. No one else can do the work but you. My advice to you is to get in position and know that it is time for you to start the journey.
As we conclude, what is a powerful affirmation or mantra that our listeners can use to remind themselves of the importance of this journey towards living a full and authentic life?
Breathe. Mm-hmm. Take a deep breath. Chill out. Oh, Bishop just said that Sunday. Wow. Just chill out. Chill out. And then say, Lord, I need thee.
Every hour?
Every minute, I need thee. Because see, when you fall on your face and say, help me, oh daddy, I can go no further. I need you. And then he will give you the strength you need to make that next step, to get in position, to be the best she you can be. Yeah.
So how can people book a consultation with you or keep up with you to see what you have going on?
Well, to keep up with Shay Fowler, she life coach, a.k.a. the Green Goddess. This is how you do it. You are welcome to go onto my Facebook page, which is She Life Coach. That is S.H.E. Life Coach. You can also go to my Instagram page, which is Shay Fowler 2. You can catch me at either of those places, as well as TikTok. Lord, let us keep TikTok. Which is just Shay Fowler. Look for me, and then it will guide you straight to my page to schedule a session. I am here for you, and if there is a time that is not available, please just reach out to me on Insta or Facebook. I will immediately contact you and get you scheduled in. The new website is on the way, so be looking out for that as well.
Okay. Thank you, Shamont She Life Coach, a.k.a. the Green Goddess.
Yes.
For gracing us with your presence on the I Am Kiana Scales podcast. You have truly been like a beacon of insight and hope and inspiration today.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you.
No, thank you. I appreciate you, Queen.
You're welcome. I appreciate you, Queen.
Ah!
Like when I say I'm grateful, and you have become part of this podcast family, and you gonna come back, baby.
Oh, I get to come back?
Yeah, you coming back. You might come back tomorrow.
Oh, dang. Okay. But okay, I'll be ready. I'm in position. I'm in position.
Yes, baby. Because we gonna talk about some things. Because we gonna talk after this.
Okay.
But yes, I just want to say I love you and thank you for coming on.
I love you more. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Real talk. To live fully, you must let go of what no longer serves you.
Yeah.
It's in releasing the old, whether it be fears, doubts, or past hurts, that you make space for the new. Yeah. Only by shedding these burdens can you embrace your true potential and create a life that truly reflects who you are meant to be. Yeah. Transformation begins with the courage to let go and the openness to receive what is waiting for you.
That's it.
Hey ladies, ready to elevate your style game? From timeless classics to the hottest trends, we've got something for everyone. Visit theclosetexperience.com and save 10% today with code PODCAST. That's PODCAST. Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet? Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet? Be sure to use code PODCAST, PODCAST, and save that 10%. Theclosetexperience.com. What's in your closet?